hands on most of the Christmas junk food you can think of, so let's put this stuff away.
They're back. Restock influencers are back for the holidays to not only overconsume, overspend, but to absolutely drain your wallet. It is nutty the amount of stuff these people will spend and go through. Not to mention how wasteful it is to do what they are doing. If you guys happen to have seen Restock influencers back on your social media feed for the holidays, let me know your thoughts about them down in the comment section below. Otherwise, let's get right into today's episode. Pause, we're going back. Let's rewind. Let's just stop right there. Can we just take a quick gander at why anyone would need to purchase this much Little Debbie's? It's not even Little Debbie's anymore. It's more like Little Diabetes. Who needs that much Little Debbie's in their house at all? That is like a lifetime supply of Little Debbie's that this person has. We can't even get that far into the video because of the insanity here. I can't imagine what the next couple of videos are going to be. Plastic, 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 plastic. Oh. Why do we need this much single-use plastic stuff? I get it. I read your comments in the last video on consumerism and overconsumption and the Restock influencers. I understand that some of you guys have children and like the single-use quick grab-to-go stuff, but nobody needs this much. Wait. Can we go back on there? Why is she even putting that in her fridge? That stuff doesn't need to go in your refrigerator. That stuff has a shelf life of like 4,000 years. Like in an apocalypse or a nuclear atomic bomb, the two things that are surviving are cockroaches and Little Debbie's, anything, and Twinkies. That's it. Why storing it in your fridge is beyond me. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, right? Again, with the single-use plastic and glass items, what is the point? There's no reason to take your ketchup bottle and refill those or keep buying more of them. It is a complete waste of money and takes up so much extra space in your fridge. I don't understand the fascination behind it. I also have that same pot or a similar pot, and it says right on it that you're not supposed to store your food in the fridge with that. It's just for maybe a day, and that's it. And then you got to take it out of the pot. You don't want to be storing your food in like whatever that non-stick coating is. It's like marinating in it. It's horrible for your health. Nope. Oh, don't tell me. No. here we are again. I mean, this is now the second restock video we have on the channel. If you guys haven't seen the previous restock video, highly recommend you watch that one first before jumping into the holiday edition, because this is absurd. I don't understand what the point is. I get it. Just watching these videos, something about it is very appealing and appeasing, like to the eyes, and to the ears. I like how organized everything is. It's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but when we're talking about living in reality here, anybody that tries to copy this or do this is wasting a crap load of money, and majority of that stuff is going to end up in a landfill, guaranteed, or at the bottom of the ocean. Those are the two things here. Either A, you're going to get a new fridge. B, if you're renting and you get a different fridge or you move, it's just totally wasteful. Not to mention, every single time you're done with it, you got to clean it. Why would I repackage my deli meat? I mean, it comes made specifically for what it's in. Like the container for most of the stuff is made to seal whatever deli meat and stuff it is. I know maybe it's not the most beautiful looking thing in my fridge and I could move it into another thing, but that's like when I'm done with it, I throw it out, the container. Now I gotta re-clean and rewash all that stuff, and over time that plastic gets scratches from cleaning it, it gets hazy, it fades. Been there, done that. Don't want to keep doing it here. I don't understand what the fascination is with all these single-use plastic, more plastic, over-consumerism consumption of just collecting this crap. Nobody needs it. Now, before we go any further, I want to read some of your comments from my previous Restock Influencer Insanity episode. And remember, if you guys want to get a chance to be featured on the channel or in the next episode, then definitely make sure to drop a comment down below on the video. Otherwise, Carly Kane 2845 says, a lot of those people look like they're rich, but really they're in debt to their eyeballs, and that pretty much hit it right on the head. I can almost guarantee you majority of these people copying it, or even as an influencer, are most likely up to their eyeballs in debt, because there's no way any of this is sustainable. And to even produce those videos costs several $100s in the amount of stuff and consumption and things that you're going to have to buy. And even if it is semi-cheap, anybody trying to do this, it is so beyond unsustainable and not possible to do that on a budget. You got to steer clear away from these traps. Now, Halo Reachmaster 11 says, when you get older, you do not have the money or the energy for these types of things. When you no longer have the money or the energy for these types of things, your life seems to degrade. Simplicity is best. Simplicity is classy. Please just be simple. And that's what minimalism is at its core. It's not saying that you can't do this. And I do have friends, and I have seen people that like to keep this very aesthetically TikTok, social media friendly house and stuff. And it's exhausting, it's tiring, and it takes up a lot of space. And most people that are actually busy with things to do don't have the time to do that. Yeah, here and there, I get it. You want to put some stuff in different containers here and there, by all means, everything in moderation. But when you take it to this extreme, it's not doable, it's not sustainable. And that's why I said it's probably people that don't got anything going on. I can see possibly stay-at-home husbands and stay-at-home wives, if you got nothing to do, probably doing this stuff. We've seen it in the past at those Mary Kay jewelry sales things with all the stay-at-home moms that do it. This is right up there with it. I thought this comment was hysterical by Roots M3. Being an employee at your own house doesn't get any stupider than that. Yeah, it's pretty diabolical because of the amount of work and time needed to do that. Is crazy. Now, Ashley Francis says, this is just glamorized hoarding, and I love it. If anybody is actually doing it, and I have met a few people that actually do things like this, it within itself is hoarding nonetheless. That is the textbook Merriam-Webster definition of what hoarding is, which is funny. And we've made a lot of videos on the channel here trying to figure out what's the difference between collecting things, hoarding things, restocking things, Is there a difference, and where is the line drawn? If you have an answer to that, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. Now, the next thing somebody says is Simon Comtesi says, people should understand that the only purpose of those videos is to sell plastic crap from Amazon shops. This has nothing to do with real life. And yeah, that's a perfect comment. That's why we're putting it in here, because I think... And obviously, this is the only reason they're doing it. The reason they're doing it is because people are buying their links. They're clicking on their links and they are buying these products. So people are doubling down and these influencers are making more videos. If there wasn't a market for it, it'd be a one and done thing. But no, there's countless amounts of these videos because people actually fall for it. And that's what I'm trying to address. You need to put your realism goggles on and see through the facade of this fake influencer, non-realistic life, that none of this is actually feasible or possible or realistic to do in everyday lives. Next thing we have is from Anchitsu13. Also, when you unpackage things like ham, cheese, or milk from their original packages, it will spoil much quicker. I totally agree. A lot of these items have warning, eat within 1 to 2 to 3 days after opening the container. Exactly. It ruins the storage life. That's what I was thinking. It has been packed in factories following safety standards for keeping food from spoiling, and you can't do it at home. And I doubt these people eat all of it within a few days. So I can't imagine how much food they throw away after each of these videos. Oh yeah, they're probably getting sick too. All I can think about is how much time it would take to clean all those containers. That alone is a no for me, dog. I mean, it's none of this stuff is realistic. It's hysterical.
Okay, guys, we're here in my guest bathroom. We're hosting so much this holiday season, so we're going to restock everything in the guest bath for the holidays. Starting off with the oral care drawer, we have some toothbrushes. Next up is some mouthwash and some toothpaste. In this space, we're going to add in some floss. We're going to add in a few cleansing balms. And then a pack of makeup wipes, just in case. I'm going to add in these face washing wristbands. In this next bin, we'll have some body wash. I chose the Naturium multi-oil. I'm also going to add a couple of the Saltaire ones. Next bin will be body scrubs. I have the Dove scrub in hot cocoa. And then I also got them the same Dove scrub, but in frosted cranberry. I'm going to add in these mini Vaselines.
It just keeps going. Nobody needs this much crap. No offense. What's with all the travel size stuff? I understand they're guests, but what are they supposed to go through it all and keep it? Like, you can buy and invest in one big tub of Vaseline. I promise you. You can tell your guests to just clean their hands or something, or use a Q-tip. There are many solutions to this. Let me know in the comments how much you think this lady spent on all this stuff. This has got to be several $100s worth of stuff. I mean, it's like living like a king. Honestly, I don't even know if I'd be that, if I'd be up for staying over this lady's house, because she'd know every single thing that I used. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing's going to be meticulously tracked and then probably discussed about or talked about after I left. Oh, why did you take this? Why did you use that? Boy.
We're going to add in some candy cane lip mask. Finishing off the body care bins, in this bin, we're going to add in some of the holiday soap bars. This smells like gingerbread. It smells so good. And this one smells like hot cocoa. It matches the Dove scrub. In the back here, I'm going to add in these holiday unbrushed brushes. And then I'm going to leave in these deodorants just because they weren't used. But I did get a few deodorants that are holiday themed. I'm going to add in some shower steamers. This is holiday themed shower steamers. And then we're also going to add in some gingerbread shower steamers. Okay guys, this is what the final product of the drawer looks like. This was so fun to put together for them, and I hope they feel loved and cared for this holiday season.
Did she say holiday style hairbrushes? Is that even a thing, or is that another ploy to spend money on a different edition of a hairbrush that probably does the same thing, whether it's a Thanksgiving hairbrush, a holiday Christmas hairbrush, or a Hanukkah hairbrush? I think it all does the same. Why are we supplying guests with that stuff? I can't imagine if I had my relatives over for the holidays and using the guest bathroom, and they walk out and they're in a face mask with a shower scrubby and a wrist scrubby hair thing. I can't imagine. It's like people are just going to travel to my place to use my shit instead of actually hanging out with me. Why? Why? Well, why? Why are we buying a massive travel size thing of trail mix, taking it out of the small thing, and now cutting it open and pouring it into a container that was bought on Amazon? Why are we packaging within plastic, within plastic, within plastic, within plastic? Talk about waste. Talk about like environmentally friendly, reduce, reuse, recycle. My geez. The amount of stuff to be going through in this is wild. Now, I get it. I understand it looks good. I have OCD. I love things being organized, but I've never made it to that level of, I don't even know if that's considered organization. That's like a level above it. It's extremely wasteful at that point, and it is not cost effective at all. I mean, throw budgeting to the wind, throw saving money to the wind. It's only like appealing to the eyes. That's it. Don't get me wrong. I love the colors. I love the way everything's neatly packaged and organized, but my geez, none of that is realistic. And my problem is I think people watch these Restock influencers online, and I understand, I read your comments. I understand a lot of this stuff is solely just to promote consumerism in America, wherever they are, to get you to buy whatever referral links they have in the description, to then go buy these useless, wasteful containers, Tupperware containers on Amazon or these Chinese wholesale websites, but it's all junk. Talk about like the microplastics you're going to get from constantly putting the stuff in. And you're going to run out of money so quickly or go into debt so quickly. Why? I was about to say there is no possible way she is going to leave that thing half full. She's definitely going to be filling it up. There you go. Why do we need 4 I don't even think they were coffee creamers. Maybe flavored coffee to leave out sitting at room temperature? Oh my, it gets worse. It gets worse. Who needs it? It's not even like healthy food. Can we even talk about that for a minute? None of this is healthy. None of this is good for you. It is all prepackaged, mega highly processed food that is toxic. It is horrible for you. Once in a while, okay, but you don't need your entire pantry filled with Little Debbie's highly processed, terrible, sugary cereal and Reese's Pieces, Oreos, and M&Ms in your house. This is no way, shape, or form good for your health. So you're draining your wallet, you're killing the environment, and you're absolutely ruining your health. Wild. They must be stopped. These influencers must be stopped.
Christmas junk food you can think of, so let's put this stuff away.
Oh my gosh. It's like we're going to this is like a movie theater. It's like they have their own storefront in their house. Why do you need 47 different types of candy? As if it's a movie theater. I don't get it. Why not just buy a big bag? Just buy the family size bag. This is giving me so much anxiety. It's just pissing me off. Oh my, come on. Oh my. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That pantry looks phenomenal. Kudos to her that pantry looks that good. But can we just take a minute and think about this realistic here? There's not a single nutritionally relevant item that isn't highly processed in her house. Everything has been supplemented. There wasn't a dash of color. Her entire pantry was all highly ultra mega processed stuff. And then for a second I was like, how do you even where do you get energy from? Then again, it's all sugar, super concentrated sugar, cereal, and candy. And I was like, that's still, you get no energy. And then she hit me with the Costco size Mega Plus reindeer soup coffee cups. And I was like, oh, there it is. So the diet is consistent of crazy high amounts of sugar and caffeine. That's it. I love it. I freaking love it. What's also crazy is with all of this stuff being all holiday, I can't imagine what you do with it all when you're done. All this storage stuff that's specifically for holidays, all those containers, you must have a whole thing of storage for it afterwards that sits in it until the following holiday or whatever your next holiday is every time you change this up. I truly can't imagine this being cost effective in any way for any normal living family. I mean, you know how much time it takes? No offense, stay at home wives, maybe? When do you have time to be doing all this stuff? Please let me know. Here we go with the creamer. Yep. It's actually even funnier because they're constantly taking the stuff out of plastic like its original container to just move it into a more aesthetically pleasing container. And then it's like half the time it doesn't even fit fully in the aesthetically pleasing container. I bet you they have like rooms or closets that are just hideous. And I mean just like filthy dirty, because there's no way you can just live this perfect. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even fill up the granola thing fully. So there's got to be some cabinet of just all semi, filled or semi-used stuff. And then she has, for friends and guests to show, a aesthetically pleasing closet. And then the crazy jam-packed closet filled of half-used stuff. Now you have 2 closets when you could have just had 1. We're not being efficient here at all. All right, hear me out. Part of me thinks half this stuff is going to go bad now because it's being exposed to air. I know firsthand that a lot of the times these seals don't actually seal correctly. I live in Florida. We are very humid. All my spices turn to rock hard. Why? Because we bought aesthetically pleasing jars to transfer all of our containers that they originally came in into this stuff. And they're not the best as they advertised in regards to sealing correctly. And now every single spice that we have is practically a rock because it absorbed all the moisture that was in the air. It says that they're airtight and they're not. And yeah, a part of me thinks now exposing a lot of these products to light by putting them in clear things causes them to deteriorate or mold or something like get ruined faster. I could be wrong, but I just don't see any of this being efficient. Oh, just keeps going. My gee, everything needs to be repurposed and put in different containers. All I'm going to say, guys, we're a finance channel. We like to talk about budgeting and money and stuff. This is like the final boss. Restock influencers are the final boss of consumerism. Do not do any of this. None of this is financially savvy, budgeting, or going to help your savings account in any way, shape, or form. This is extremely wasteful and costs a fortune. Nobody needs this. Do not fall for it. Do not click those links. Do not buy this stuff. This is insane. What even is it? going. Who has space for 17 different ice cubes? Who has, like, imagine your entire freezer being filled with aesthetically pleasing ice cubes. For what? For what? I don't understand. It is entirely wasteful. Where are you storing all these silicone molds and then all these ice cubes? Do you have a separate freezer for all these ice cubes? I don't understand. What at the insanity? I don't even know. Guys, let this be a takeaway that if you are trying to stay on a budget, if you are trying to save and invest and save your money, these people are your enemy. Restock influencers, especially during this time, the holiday season, consumerism is at its high. It is at its max, turned all the way up, and people are going to do everything in their power. Influencers, retail stores, everything in their power to make you spend your money. And these are just traps. Do not click on them. You can watch them if you please, but they are just like credit cards trying to lure you into buying stuff. This is absolutely mad. Please let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. If you haven't seen my previous video on Restock influencer insanity, do me a favor and go check it out right after this. Otherwise, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.